It's that time again, that time of the week when you get to listen to the You Name It show.
Hola, Jerry.
Hola, Davin.
How's it going?
I still don't know why we say hola all the time.
It's
Neither one of us are Hispanic.
I know, it's our tagline though. Hola, Jerry. So, what's going on?
Said, hold on. You said hola.
Hola. No, I didn't say hold on. I said hola.
Well, I'm having a hard time hearing you still. Sounds like you're very far away. Yeah.
Very distant.
Hey, does the headset microphone hang down on the cable?
Yes.
Can you make it go closer to your mouth somehow?
It's in my mouth right now, Jerry. How's that?
It's inside of it.
It's inside of my mouth right now, Jerry. I'm chewing. I'm chewing on the microphone cable. Is that better, Jerry?
I was going to say all kinds of stuff about that.
Yeah.
I wonder if they can hear my dog barking, because the dog is barking now.
I can hear the dog barking, so I'm sure they can.
Why does that shit happen?
That's when I was at your party this weekend.
Yeah.
I did not meet your dog.
The dog was not there. The dog was at dog camp.
Was it Camp Bow Wow?
Camp Lucky Dog.
Camp Lucky Dog, okay.
So we didn't have to deal with the whole dog thing.
Well, that's good. You had to deal with the tent people, though, right? Or you had to return the tent or something the other day? That's why we couldn't do a show earlier?
Yeah, my brother loaned us a tent, and I had to take it back.
Oh. That's the problem with parties.
Yeah.
Everybody's there for the party. Nobody's there for cleanup.
Well, the girls cleaned up very well, like all of the actual garbage cleanup and all that stuff. It's just all the taking shit back to people's houses and stuff that you don't count on.
I have to wait. I got to cut you off. Your daughters are adorable. Your wife, on the other hand, no, I'm kidding. That's the first time I met Lisa too. But they did a fantastic job decorating your house. And I'm sad it rained, but we had a good time anyway.
Yes, there was a small measure of tears because of the rain, but I kept trying to tell them it's not. I mean, the whole thing. You could tell how much work they did. Everything was great. I know they're sad that it didn't work out with the sunny day and the whole outside part, but it looked fantastic. And what are you going to do? We can't control Mother Nature.
And I got to meet your dad. And your
how'd
mom.
How'd you like Herbie?
You know what? Every one of your freaking relatives, I see where you get it from now, Jerry. It explains so much walking around your house. And for the listeners, This is the first time I was ever at Jerry's house and ever actually met his wife and his kids. And
we've been avoiding it for a while now.
Let's put it this way. It's like going to Roger Rabbit's house if Roger Rabbit had a museum.
Museum of ridiculous shit.
Oh my God! What is with the Halloween stuff up your steps? That's supposed to be scary.
Oh, you're talking about the dolls?
Yeah,
they're like creepy dolls
coming out of the floor, and then there's this creepy. I'm surprised you don't have Jigsaw sitting on the steps.
I wish I could get Jigsaw.
I'll have to keep an eye on.
Jerry, want to play a game? Yeah, that'd be great. So I forgot about that. We have the zombie that crawls out of the floor underneath the spiral staircase. Mm-hmm. And then we have the other creepy dolls. I think Mrs. Beasley's on there, too, isn't she? The standard.
And then
But we have, the creepy one that we called, I forgot what we called her, Agatha or something.
And then the suit of armor. I have to hand it to you. I thought you were going to live in a cave. I really did. I was picturing like a cave with a moat. And,
I'd be cowering in the corner with a ring.
See, when people are over my house, they always say it looks masculine. You could tell Lisa has an influence in your house. Because,
but it's not super girly though, because it's got so many weird items in the house.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just the way, like the seashell bathroom. She follows the rule of threes. You know what the rule of threes is, right?
I do not, but I do know that it's a powerful number because everybody always, like all the conspiracy theorists, talk about triangles, three points to it. Everything's a big triangle. Everything's a triad. Everything's three. Three is a prime number kind of thing.
Deaths happen in threes.
Yeah, everything's threes.
Like, rest in peace, Gene Wilder. Just got to say that. I don't know who the next two are going to be, but we can talk about that in a couple minutes.
But R.I.P. has 3 letters.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But in your bathroom, like on the counter, there's 3 things. Decorating, you put 3 things by each other. Landscaping, same thing. You plant bushes in groups of 3. It's just I learned that from Art Van, because if you ever go to an Art Van, walk around and look at all the shit that's in groups of 3. I think that's the only thing that art interior decorator people take away from class, because some of the shit is really fucking weird.
Yeah.
But they always put stuff in groups of 3s. I just want to know, what is with the turbo blue plunger in the bathroom?
That's a plunger.
Did you know you left it out, or is it out all the time?
It's out all the time. It's a plunger. Unlike what happens to you in Miami when you can't find a plunger.
That's true. But that thing looked like it was like turbo grade or something.
If you're going to have a plunger, Devin, why not have a good one? It doesn't mean anything besides the fact that it works better than other plungers. What did you want to see? Like the old-fashioned rubber circle plunger?
No, well, I've got a plunger, but I hide it. I don't keep it out there. But then again, if you're having a party, it might not be a bad idea to keep the plunger out.
Yeah, you don't know who's going to clog it up or whatever.
Especially after I met some of your nephews. It's like, oh boy, they're big boys. They're big boys.
Yeah. They could clog a toilet without thinking about it. Crazy.
You had a great party, though, Jerry. I want to thank you for inviting us. We had fun.
Well, I'm glad you had a good time. It was nice to see everybody, and Ryan, and it was last minute, so it was.
Got to see.
It was cool.
Got to see you play harmonica. That was good.
Oh, but that was horrible, though.
And I found out I have a new talent. Evidently, I am good at beer pong.
Yeah, you're the king of beer pong all of a sudden. You never even knew it. But it does go along with your personality, having a body built for drinking, all that stuff.
That's true. I'm good at all games that involve alcohol. Darts.
You are. You play
pool,
darts,
golf.
You play pool.
Golf, yeah.
Right. A whole bunch of low-impact, high-drinking sports.
Bowling. All the fun stuff.
I'd like to have another party now, too.
And what is this party going to be for?
Just so we can not have the pressure of having to go around and host the whole thing, so that you can just hang out and kind of... So you can play beer pong. Ryan, our workmate, kept trying to get me to play beer pong with him, but you can't take up that much time because you're supposed to go around and socialize with everybody. Oh, yeah. Plus, he might have just been trying to get me hammered.
Yeah. So you were already pretty hammered. He brought over moonshine. So
yeah, but I only took a couple sips of that when he asked me to try it. It wasn't like a big guzzle fest. I really didn't have a hangover the next day.
Wow.
Burp.
I was running slow the whole next day. But then again, we had our golf outing before we went to your party. So a good time was had by all.
Yes, a good time was had by all. Thank you, girls. I love you if you're listening. You did a wonderful job, and everybody was very impressed with your skills at party design, daughters.
Round of applause for the kids.
Now, on to death. Gene Wilder.
Yes. He passed away.
I didn't know that he had Alzheimer's. Did you?
No, I didn't either. I haven't seen much of him lately, though, but wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, that, I don't know what to think about that. You hate to think about anybody with Alzheimer's because that's a horrible thing. The whole what evidently happens is you start losing your mind, your memory, all that kind of stuff, and eventually your brain goes so far that it stops telling your body how to operate, and that's why they die.
Yeah.
So
I think my mom.
Forgot how to breathe.
My mom is showing signs of that a little bit. I catch her writing down notes and stuff around the house and leaving them when I go over there. I see notes of questions she wants to ask me or things she wants to tell me and stuff. It could just be old age, but
yeah, it might not be anything to do with that. It might just be old age, like you said.
But the best one was the one that I wish I would have had it recorded. She asked me last week. She said, "Do you get the Sunday paper?" I said, "No, Mom, I don't get the Sunday paper." "Oh, I cut out this ad from Macy's. It's got a picture of a boy in it. He's modeling underwear, and he looks just like Kendall.
No, her grandson.
I'm like, Mom, I don't really need to see a picture of a boy in underwear that looks like my son.
I found it to be striking. It was a striking resemblance to Kendall.
I said, Mom, I don't care about that. She goes, what do you care about? All you care about is your garage.
She might have a point there, too.
That's true.
You care about two things.
Okay.
Well, you care about three things. Are you ready?
Okay.
I could probably expand to four, but the three things would be your garage, your how many days on the road you get,
Yes.
and what was the other one?
Yingling.
And your garage. No, I had three of them already lined up. They weren't even bad. Because you have to care about how many days you have on the road.
Right.
Because that's where your income comes from.
Yep.
You do have a nice garage. You care about your family. That goes without saying.
Yeah.
But you may not care about whether or not your mother thinks that her grandson is in a Macy's underwear ad.
Yeah, that's definitely not on my care list at all.
So you are excused from caring about that.
Oh.
God dang it. What was your favorite Gene Wilder movie?
Oh, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. You know it.
Mine too. I mean, I liked Stir Crazy. I liked Young Frankenstein and Blazing Saddles and stuff, but really, I think the big deal was that one.
Yep. Daddy, I want
Like
a goose that lays golden eggs for Easter. She does say it. I watched it again, and she does say she wants a goose that lays golden eggs for Easter.
Say it again, because you're a little choppy.
Daddy, I want a goose that lays golden eggs for Easter. How much for the goose, Wonka?
And I told you she didn't say for Easter?
For Easter, yeah.
Oh, and she does say that?
She does say that, yes.
That's funny.
Oh,
Let's see.
So I got you on
I'll
that
tell
one.
I'll tell you which one. This is what I always think of with Willy Wonka, too. We are the music makers, and we are the dreamers of dreams.
He has some good one-liners. There are some good Willy Wonka quotes in there.
That whole movie is chock full of sarcastic, snide, little offhanded remarks by him towards those people. It's great.
It's like he hates people.
He hates those people. He hates
Right.
everybody but Charlie.
And little people.
You did it, Charlie! You did it! I could do without Al, what's-his-face, the grandpa, too.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Al Albertson, or whatever the hell.
It's amazing how the fucker laid in bed all those years, and then all of a sudden he gets a golden ticket, and suddenly he can dance.
Right. You know what I'm going to think about at that point right there from our previous shows? Why the hell didn't his legs atrophy if he was laid in bed for 20 years?
Exactly. Oh, speaking of dancing, how'd you like that segue? Did you see the new cast of Dancing with the Stars?
I did not. Who's on that?
Should we look it up?
Yeah, let me see. New cast.
New cast of Dancing with the Stars.
Dancing with the Stars.
There is a midget. There's Calvin Johnson from the Lions, who's 6'8", something like that, ridiculous. Megatron. And then they've got Vanilla Ice. And
wait a minute, they've got Ryan LaCote.
Yeah, who's he?
Isn't that the guy that just got in trouble in Brazil? Or
Yep.
no, Lochte. Lochte, no.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Olympic guy that we were talking has to get some fucking money. So now he's, just like we talked about last week, he's going to fucking be on Dancing with the Stars, and next will be The Bachelor, and motherfucker's going to make money regardless of what a douchebag he is.
LaCote. Like I have to read it so fast I can't even tell who it is. Ryan Lochte. Another Olympic gymnast, Lori Hernandez, blah, blah. So we've got a couple of Olympic people. We've got Maureen McCormick from the Brady Bunch.
Now, she was Marsha, not Jan, right?
Wait, which one was she now? I think she was Marsha.
Marsha.
Yep. She's Marsha, all right.
So basically, when your career goes down the shithole, you end up on this show.
Yeah, Amber Rose, whoever that is. She's she former girlfriend of rapper Kanye West and ex-wife of rapper Wiz Khalifa. But she's written her own way since she's a model, actress, and hosts the VH1's The Amber Rose Show.
Okay, never heard of her.
So there's a little person. Her name is Tara Joel.
So basically, she spread her legs for some rappers, and now she's famous.
Well, her legs are more limber now because of that, so she can dance better than everybody else.
She doesn't have the atrophy legs.
No, she doesn't have fairy legs. But look who else, Mary Lou Henner.
Oh, she's on that show? Oh, wow. They're going back. I mean, they're going... I remember when that Bonaducci guy from the Partridge Family fought somebody on TV to get his career back, and that didn't quite work. And then he had some radio show and shit like that. No one listened. Kind of like our show.
Yeah, well, he was like a morning drive or something in Chicago, and he did pretty good.
Yeah,
I think he was on for years, and then he got a show on Sirius XM, and that kind of tanked.
Yeah,
but yeah, he fought against Barry Williams. Is that his name, Barry Williams?
Yep.
Greg Brady.
Greg Brady.
Yeah. But get this. This is funny. Rick Perry is on as well. You know who that is?
Former Governor Rick Perry, right?
Former Texas Governor Rick Perry. That's funny because that guy's a jackass. That guy's a dumbass, too.
See, the problem is they dance with actual dancers, don't they? They don't dance with each other.
Right. They should just dance with each other.
I would love to see Kelvin Johnson dancing with a midget. And their song could be Tiny Dancer.
Do you mean Little Person?
Yep.
Vanilla Ice and Babyface are both on there. Holy shit, that's going to be funny. I wish they were fighting MMA against each other instead.
So Vanilla Ice isn't doing the Amish farming or whatever the fuck he was doing on that one show.
I watched one of those. Yeah, I forgot what it was called. Ice Amish. I don't remember what it was called. But.
Something stupid.
But I watched him do like they built a barn for somebody. It was funny. Yeah,
they're coming out with a new show.
Wait, hold on. It looks like Danny Bonaducci actually fought Tito Ortiz.
Oh, the WWE guy or
the UFC fighter.
UFC guy. Yep.
It's funny because the description of this video says UFC fighter Tito Ortiz punches Danny Bonaducci in the face a lot. I would have to watch that clip.
That would be good.
Funny.
Watch him get his ass fucking handed to him.
Yeah, I just turned it on. I just got to see how much he gets punched in the face.
I'm grabbing a beer, Jerry. I'm way back over by the fridge, but I'm listening.
It's actually in a radio station. Oh, and he's beating the shit out of him. They're like on some morning show, and he's got the head thing on and the gloves on, and Tito Ortiz basically knocked him out.
When he gets up, does he look like Chewbacca eating a grape? Just all fucked up.
I don't know. They show him slowly start to get up, then they cut to him like, oh, it's on his morning show.
Oh, nice.
So he did it on purpose. Good for him. Good for him. So, yeah, we're all looking forward to Dancing with the Stars.
I watched something this week that I have no idea why I watched it, but...
What was it?
The MTV Video Music Awards. I watched a few minutes of that, but prior to it, they were playing some of the older ones.
Yeah.
So I watched the 2013 one, and I decided that if there is ever such a thing as reincarnation, I want to come back as Justin Timberlake.
He seems to have a wonderful life. That's for sure.
The guy, nobody fucks with him. They don't fuck with him.
No, he's a nice guy. Everybody likes him. Nobody has a bad word to say about him.
He's got an acting career. He's got the singing career. He's on Kimmel all the time. They're always having fun. Or Fallon, Jimmy Fallon, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And
he's
girls
being
are
funny and he's talented.
But you never hear about all these girls that he's banging. You know he's banging chicks. He's got to be, unless he's a homo.
I don't know. I thought he had like fancy girlfriends.
I'm sure he does, but you never see anything in the tabloids about Justin Timberlake.
Everybody likes him, unlike other big stars. You know, like Tom Cruise.
Yeah. If you
Speaking of, I was talking to your mother the other day, and she was saying,
I was watching Risky Business, and when Tom Cruise was dancing, he looked just like Kendall in his underwear.
Nice. If you could come back as a celebrity, who would it be, Jerry?
"Oh wow, you picked the good one though. You picked Justin Timberlake. That'd be good." And you know, Jimmy Fallon wouldn't be that bad either. Everybody likes him too.
We could hang out together. I could be Justin. You could be Jimmy.
Yeah, I don't know. Who else got a really easy job that makes lots and lots of money? I want to be, what's his name from Facebook? Mark Zuckerberg.
Oh, so you can give your money away to people on Facebook?
Yeah,
as long as they
every
repost
week,
it.
Yeah. A meme. You know how I'm going to give money away is I'm going to create a meme that says, if you repost this, then I'll give you $1 million.
That's brilliant.
That's the logical way to do it. Mm-hmm.
I would definitely.
I guess I don't want to be him. It just seems like an easy job.
It does.
Donald Trump has an easy job too.
Yeah, he just has to pretend.
Did you just say he just says stuff?
No, I said he just has to pretend.
Oh, because I was thinking, it sounded like you said what I was thinking, because I was thinking, all he's got to do is go around and say stuff. That's all he does. And it doesn't matter if it means anything. He just goes around and says words and gets paid for it.
Okay, you ready for the ridiculous New York Times thing I read in tech news today?
Tech news, go ahead.
Okay, the question was asked, when I mistakenly put on an email chain, should I reply all asking to be removed? The editor's response, no. That's it. No. They didn't fucking explain anything. They didn't say, no, reply just to the sender. They didn't do any of that. No, New York Times, fuck you. They just said no. So there's your
That's weird.
There's your answer.
They should, it should give you an explanation as to why.
Nope. Just no.
Huh.
Why even put that in the paper? I don't get it.
I don't know. Hey, you talked about tech a while ago, about the Tesla car that drives itself.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking at that, too, and the Model S is designed to keep getting better over time. Blah, 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 Model S. One thing that strikes me as funny about this is they have auto steer.
Okay.
It'll automatically keep the car in the current lane.
Right.
And it's just dumb because it says Tesla requires drivers to remain engaged and aware when auto steer is enabled. Drivers must keep their hands on the steering wheel. Not very much of an auto driving car if you have to constantly be telling it you're still there.
Well, what they're trying to do is they're trying to tell you can't get drunk, put your car in auto steer, and have it drive your ass home because you're still going to get a drunk driving ticket.
That's how you read between the lines, huh?
Yep, they can't lose that income.
I can't wait for the auto cars, though, because it says that this thing can use all of its GPS and radar and all that kind of stuff, and it can actually change lanes with traffic and do the whole routine.
There's still going to be accidents.
Oh, there'll be a ton of them as soon as they start rolling this out for real.
Yeah.
They got to take baby steps.
How do you teach drivers to actually trust their vehicle enough? I mean, right now, planes pretty much fly themselves by computer, but we don't see it. We're behind that cockpit locked door. If you're in a car and it's fucking pulling you up to your destination and parking itself and popping the door locks and turning the ignition off and turning the alarm off and kicking you out, have we gone too far?
I don't know, but I did listen to an episode of Freakonomics Radio where they talked to a pilot, and he was saying there's not as much autopiloting going on as you'd think.
Okay.
Saying there's a whole bunch of steering and stuff. So, I don't know if he's saying it just to try and keep his job, but
They need someone
I
to
wish I would
push
have
the buttons.
This is a while ago. I was actually listening to it when I went to meet you at a job at the Rensen. You were working down there, and I was working on a different one.
Okay.
And that's how long ago that was. I get the impression that he wasn't giving away all the secrets, but he's giving away some of them because he was incognito.
Oh yeah, he doesn't want to give up the true spirit of the flight.
I wish I would have written it down, but I did remember where you were saying everybody thinks we're not doing anything anymore, and there's a lot more going on than you think.
Yeah, well, they do have to do. Well, it's what the final approach is when it kicks in, or most of the time they're punching in numbers and making sure shit. I'd like to talk to a pilot. We should have a pilot on the show sometime.
No, I think now that you said that, I think I remember him saying that they land it and they take it off, and there is some autopilot going on in between, but then when it starts getting bumpy, they take over.
Yeah.
So it's not actually doing, because we all thought, I think you and I talked about it before, where we thought that the plane was actually landing itself half the time or taking off. But he says no.
Yeah.
All that technology.
Well, it's like our training classes. You can't sit in a class for 2 days and learn a piece of equipment and then be an expert at it in one day. They have to know what to do in emergency situations, how to deal with different things, and they have to have the hands-on experience on a daily basis to keep it fresh in their mind.
Right.
Wow, did I sound smart right there? What the fuck?
You sure did. Something's wrong. Something's wrong this week with you when you start sounding smart.
Well, here's another one. Ready?
I have a new tooth.
You have a new tooth?
Yeah, I got my bottom tooth finally. I had that stupid Invisalign. Now I can say S's correctly, kind of. Right now.
Yeah. It still sounds a little slurry. Not as slurry as me.
That's because I'm hammered. Yeah, that's because I'm hammered.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
I'm off my fucking rocker right now. It's crazy.
So I got another one for you. Here, this could be my problem. I was in training all week, and I'm looking up topics for the show, and I was looking at the New York Times, and I was looking at, ready for this one, the Washington Post.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to go off on a little tangent here for a little bit, Jerry.
Okay.
Georgetown University. Let's look up, while you're there, slavery reconciliation at Georgetown University. It was in today's Washington Post.
Okay.
Basically what's happening is they, as a university, have decided to do some things because they had 272 slaves that worked at the university in 1838 when slavery was legal. Well, they're now giving grants. They're going to name 2 buildings after slaves. Anyone who's a relative of a slave can get special opportunities to go to their university. They're going to give back scholarships, all this other shit, since 1838. So I did a little bit more research, Jerry.
Okay.
How many stars do you think were on the American flag in 1838?
Wow, I don't know. I don't even guess.
There were 26 stars on the flag.
Okay.
1838 was the year that the territory of Iowa was established. There's not a lot going on in 1838. Van Buren was president. Tom Thumb died.
Tom Thumb.
Yep.
Wow.
It was the Second Seminole War. And Samuel Morse demonstrated the telegraph. Wages were 25 cents. And New Orleans Mint minted their first 30 dimes. So that's all that was really going on in 1838. Why are we still fucking paying retribution for this bullshit? Hasn't it been long enough?
Yeah.
I mean, we gave the Indians casinos, right? Can't we give these people like a casino or something and just be done with it and stop talking about slavery and how they were all... we didn't throw them on a boat and send them back. We kept them here. We gave them their freedom, and they're still bitching about it.
Oh, Davin.
I know. I'm tired of hearing about fucking slavery. And since they discovered Iowa in 1838, why don't we send them to Iowa? With a casino.
All right.
You don't know where to go with this one, do you?
No, I just didn't want to get into a whole big thing of having to point out things like, we let him stay for 200 more years of oppression. Don't drink out of that fountain. Oh, look, my dog's biting you on purpose because you want to vote.
Oh, I'm going to pull you over every time I see you driving a Cadillac.
Right. I don't like the looks of that hat, mister. You must be a pimp. Yeah, crazy. It doesn't look like there's...
I'm just really surprised we're still dealing with the issue of slavery nowadays. Really?
Actually, I don't think that's weird. The Georgetown thing is weird. Like the let's see. I don't know. There's just a couple memorials or some shit like that. It looks like on the actual list that I see on CBS News.
Yeah.
It doesn't say that they're going to give anybody a leg up on it. Even though the headline says Georgetown University to give slave descendants priority in admissions,
right?
It doesn't actually say it in the actual article. It says that these things that the president of the university has agreed to take these steps, but that's not one of them for some reason. So they're just stirring the pot with that. But I don't think they're actually, in our society, we're still talking about slavery as much as we're talking about the effects of slavery after the fact. The effects of, a couple of centuries of racial bigotry and keeping people ghettoized into a certain area and then expecting them to all of the sudden be,
I haven't heard
we give them the shittiest education. We throw them in the worst place to live. You don't let them move into your neighborhoods for years, and then you go, hey, you're just like me. What's your problem?
I haven't heard anything about cholera, though, Jerry. And that was a big news item back then, right?
Cholera?
Yeah.
Yeah, they still have that.
You don't hear
Maybe
much
not
about
Royal Oak.
You don't hear much about it, though.
No, but if you think about it, many of the diseases they had back then that we've cured still have effects to this day.
So slavery is like a disease.
Slavery started the disease of
racism and everything else.
Well, it's not even really racism, because there's a lot of people that go around that aren't racist, but they don't realize that the effects, the hundreds of years of the effects of segregation and giving them the shittiest deal out of everybody is still going to have, today, the ripple effect still exists. So, why are you get the people be like, why are the neighborhoods so shitty and dirty? It's because you shoved them in there and they were the worst, shittiest, dirtiest neighborhoods for hundreds of years. It's not like they're going to start cleaning everything up when they feel like they're all fucked and, shoved into the shittiest part of town and not given a job because they're black and getting pulled over all the time and shit. And it happened. It's not like it all just ended, or it all ended at the end of slavery.
Yeah.
Because people be all like that too and going, oh, slavery's over and we've got a black president now, it's all good. The shit was still going on when you and I were in high school.
That's true.
There was bigots all over the place when I was in high school. Maybe I'm lucky. Maybe Garden City, Michigan was the racist capital of the world. But because I'll talk to other people from Michigan and they'll act like, no, I don't remember us ever being racist. And I'm thinking, you're either lying straight to me or you're just out of your fucking mind, because it was all over the place everywhere.
Yep.
Don't take that bus down to downtown Detroit because of the... Yeah, I'm not going to go into it.
I just want to be Justin Timberlake and rap.
Me too. I don't want to be a black rapper. That would suck.
Yeah.
But
I don't
throw that in there after that long discussion about race. I had to just throw in a racist comment.
But I don't want to be Vanilla Ice either.
No. I don't think I wouldn't want. I want to be Kanye.
Okay.
Before I be Vanilla Ice, and it must really suck to be Kanye. You know what sucked the most about being Kanye? Having to live with Kanye.
Mm-hmm.
It would suck.
Think you're talented. Oh. Hey,
what else?
I'm gonna lighten the mood. Lighten the mood a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I realized I was doing this the other day when I went to the bathroom.
Pooping?
I whistle. I whistle when I go to the bathroom and I'm gonna take a shit.
And you poop whistle.
You know what my whistle song is?
Please. Tell me.
Yellow Submarine. How appropriate is that? I'm whistling Yellow Submarine when I'm going to take a dump.
Shouldn't it be Brown Submarine?
Well, the yellow gets mixed in, but what is your go-to whistle song when you're taking a dump?
Well, I don't have one, but I can say this, that when I was a little kid, I used to sing the national anthem while I was taking a dump.
Oh, say, can you sing?
Right, I learned it in school, and I would do that. I would sit on the toilet and sing that. My brother will attest to that. He thought it was so funny. Little kids sitting in the bathroom taking a shit and singing the national anthem. Seemed like there's something should be wrong about that. Like it should be illegal.
Yeah.
I don't care. Make fun of me all you want. I was like 4 or however old you are. How old are you when you go into like first grade?
Oh, God. Yeah, right. You're probably like 4. How did you learn how to pee in the toilet?
I don't remember.
Oh.
I have no recollection of that.
I remember.
Oh, it says there are about 5 or 6, I think, for first grade.
Okay. I remember that little tiny porta potty they'd put by the toilet, and then when you had to dump, you'd have to pick that thing up and put it on top of the toilet. You know, once you got big enough.
Maybe.
But
I really don't remember. That's weird.
I got a friend that I know that his dad used to throw cigarette butts in the toilet and say, "Try to sink it, kid."
Yeah, you know what? Lisa was just talking about that because there's little kids all around the house all the time, and she was talking about, I forgot what she said to put in there. It was something ridiculous, like put Cheerios or something in the toilet and tell them to hit them.
And try to sink
it teaches them.
Yeah, target practice.
Just like they put those bumblebees in the urinals at the rest stops so that you can try and hit those.
Yep, aim at the right spot. Or the little dolphin. I love the dolphin. Why am I pissing on a dolphin? Have you seen that one?
I haven't seen it.
Those are in Florida. It's like, and then you're pissing on the dolphin, and then you go out and the street drain has a picture of a dolphin on it saying, you know, don't throw anything in here because this goes out to, you know, the sea or whatever where dolphins live.
Right. Or the sea or wherever it is dolphins live.
Yep.
There we go.
You love me, don't you, Jerry?
I do. And it made me think again about something we talked about a while ago, and that is that you've taken a shit in many different places across this country. You've left pieces of you scattered across the entire country.
Scattered.
I didn't even think about that. Good one. Good connection.
Yep.
Scatman Christensen.
Oh, I do what I have to do.
Yeah.
We're going for it.
Do what I have to do. That's sick. But it's true. There's pieces of you and me everywhere.
Hey, Jerry, everybody poops.
They do. I read a book about that one time.
Yep.
Didn't Samuel Jackson read that?
Everybody poops.
I don't know.
And everybody farts, too. Average. No,
he did. He did go to fuck to sleep. Remember that?
Yeah. I got butt crack Gary good today. We were in
butt crack Gary?
Yeah. I was sitting next to him in trading class. Oh, and sorry, Romy, if you're listening, that the fart that I let out in class today was not meant for you. I aimed it at butt crack Gary.
Were you sitting near him?
Yes. I cleared out the whole side of the classroom.
Good work. I told my family about the one that I laid on you in the warehouse, and that hasn't happened. That's probably like one of the only times I've ever farted, especially just in public.
Yeah.
When I walked over to you when you had your headphones on, and I just put my ass next to your face.
You're such a dick that day. I was so
that was a bad one, probably.
It was classic. Because normally Jerry just walks up to my desk and is like, "You want to go have a smoke?" But this time he walks up, turns his ass cheek right in my face. I turn my head and he farts.
I figured I'd do it so infrequently in life, I better make this one a good one. That might be the very first time in life I've ever done that, too.
I'm serious. the HR lady at our office, she just needs to put her headphones on because some of the stuff that happens, it's like, it's not a normal HR scenario.
She needs some quiet time to reflect on all this place, probably.
There's nothing nothing that prepares you for our office.
No, come on. Don't get yourself in trouble. There's nothing wrong with our office. No one's doing anything wrong. It's a great office.
Nothing that
Thirsty Thursday.
Oh, yeah. They came around late today.
I heard the bell. I didn't look, though. I was trying to get 3 quotes out before I could leave the office.
So, do you have any Happy Labor Day, everybody? Are you guys, you got any plans for Labor Day weekend?
Oh, yes. You'll like this.
Okay.
This is a new development. My family and I, actually it's just me and Lisa and Lindsay and Alan,
Okay.
are going to go meet up with Lisa's side of the family, some representatives of that tribe.
Okay.
We're going to go to Michigan Adventure.
Lovely.
Is it adventure or adventures?
Adventure.
But whatever. Yeah, whatever it is, it's like it's a roller coaster ride park, like whatever the regular roller coaster and ride thing is.
It's actually...
And then there's a water park on the other side, right?
Right, and the one ticket gets you into both. Actually, I've been there a couple times, Jerry. It is... You'll enjoy it. It's run by the same people that run Cedar Point. It's a smaller park, less expensive.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Get the unlimited cup. There's
they have for like drinking sodas or whatever.
Yep, and the diner food prices are outrageous, like any theme park and all that stuff. But
yeah, Lisa was telling. This is funny. She was saying we should eat outside of the park because it's gonna be so expensive. And I'm like, when are you gonna do that?
Yeah.
When do you eat outside of the park? We're going to eat dinner at 9 a.m. before you go in? No, you're stuck. You got to go get a hot dog and deal with it.
You can actually leave the park and go back in and you get your hand stamped. So you can actually picnic in the parking lot if you wanted to.
But you know, the time, the effort, the driving, the labor involved, it's probably worth it just to pay an extra $2 for a hot dog.
Yeah. There's an app for Michigan Adventure. You should download the app before you go because it shows you all the rides and the ride times and stuff like that.
Huh.
And definitely that first roller coaster in the front, the first wooden one, is one of the best roller coasters I've ever been on. It'll surprise the shit out of you. It's well worth the wait.
Yeah, Michigan Adventure. I'm going to see what the app says.
What is that? And I don't remember the name of that coaster, but it is phenomenal. It's got like these 3 big hills. It's not that much to look at. When you look at it, you're thinking, okay, it's 3 hills and then a turn and then it comes back. But it's fucking outrageous. You'll love it.
On your recommendation, I'm installing that app right now. This is the part that you would like about this trip. We were going on this cheap because there's no hotels that I have points at that are in Muskegon, Michigan.
Right.
Right? They don't have a Marriott, a Hilton, an Omni. They don't have any of them. They have Holiday Inn. Comfort Inn, maybe, too.
Yeah.
But, so we were going to do the old school. We were going to have 2 beds in one room, and me and Lisa, and then Lindsay and her boyfriend in the other bed.
Yeah.
And don't worry, audience. She's in her 20s.
Yeah.
It's not like she's 15 or something stupid like that. So all week I've been dreading the fact that we got to cram 4 people into a hotel room because I'm used to the on-the-road luxury of my own king room.
Right.
So that's the phone call I was making when I made you wait for the show.
Okay. Actually, when I went, I stayed in Holland.
Oh, did you? And then drove over? I added another room, and now for me and Lisa have our own separate room, and they have their own, just to make it more comfortable for everybody.
Okay. Yeah, there's
even though it'll cost too much money. You're supposed to laugh at me and go, really? You're going to spend an extra $100 and something a night just because you don't want to sit in a room with your kid?
Exactly. I'd do the same thing, though, if I could. I was so excited. I got the Texas State Fair hotel. We're at a different hotel this year for 41 days.
Yeah.
But I got a message from our friend Tamara Dillard from Chevrolet.
Yeah.
The product specialists are staying at a completely different hotel than us.
Is that good?
Oh, it's gonna be great. Oh, peace. There's gonna be no lines at the front desk. There's gonna be food left over at breakfast and in the concierge lounge. There's
See, I never went and did that when I was there. Well, plus I was on setup too. I didn't have to share anything with with them there. But I get what you're saying.
It's the drama.
Wow, how far is where you stayed in Holland? That seems like quite a bit of a drive to go there, though.
It's about an hour, but you get up in the morning and you drive up to the park and you get there when the park opens and everything's cool. And then it splits the drive up on your way back.
Yeah, we're basically in Muskegon, so it's only I don't know. That looks like about maybe 20 minutes tops.
I think one year there's a mall that's pretty close there on one of the exits, and they did have a Hampton Inn. And I stayed there one time, and it was a shithole. But
even at a Hampton?
Yeah, it was not a good Hampton Inn. It was like one of those, travel lodge places that got converted to a Hampton.
Oh, I see where it's at now, I think. Where did it go? Damn it.
But there's like a Buffalo Wild Wings around there. There's a Cabela's. There's restaurants and Logan's Steakhouse that sucked and a bunch of other stuff.
Oh, that's in Holland.
But I think I think it was a Hyatt in Holland. And Hyatt, you can't use points for anything else but fucking rooms, so I used it for that.
Yeah, I stayed there in Holland, and I don't remember where it was at, the DoubleTree or maybe that Hampton Inn at one point.
You're going to have a fun time.
Oh, yeah, you know what? And it was by a mall, too.
Okay.
So you're right.
Yep.
I think I stayed in the same one.
Are you going to go to the water park and down the slides and all that stuff?
Nope. Nobody is going to be laughing at the fat polar bear.
See, the good part is that side of the park where the water park is, they also have two of the best log rides where you're going to get wet. So you might as well be by the water park entrance when you get wet. And get a locker. It's good for all day. Get a locker at the water park. That's my advice. They've got changing rooms. It's really.
What do you put in your locker?
My clothes. When I change it into my suit. Yeah, because you don't want to wear your suit through the park when you're riding roller coasters and shit. But you want to change to go to the water park. And we did the water park at the very end, so that way you don't have to go back on rides and shit. So hit the whole park, enjoy it. You'll have a good time. It's surprising.
Well, you've got a good point there, too. Now, you made me think I should bring, Ziploc bags for my wallet and my phone.
Yep.
In case I do go on a water ride without having to go to a locker. I could at least zip them up and put them in my big cargo pockets and not be wet and all that stuff.
Yeah, and they have...
Good thinking, Davin. You're a smarty.
Well, also they have the little cubby holes at all those rides anyway, where you can stick your belongings in, your purse and your camera and all that other shit. When you get on the ride, and then you get it when you get off. So they do have a fast pass.
Are they open to the public though, or do they give you a little key? Because if they're just sitting there open, I'm surprised people don't just grab each other's shit and run away.
Yeah, that's just open to the public when you're getting on the ride. So.
I saw the fast pass.
Don't bother with the fast pass because that place is never really super crowded.
It is Labor Day weekend.
It is. You will see some people with shirts on that should not, half shirts that should not be wearing half shirts. It's Muskegon,
Yeah, it's true.
Rebel flag shirts. You're going to see advertisements for bars and beer and all kinds of good people of Muskegon.
The good people of Muskegon. You know what? We're running out of time here, brother.
We are.
It's already there.
It is. Thank you, Jerry, for getting a show in.
Yeah, it's getting rough lately with all of this work.
I'll wait till I'm on the road. I wanted to do one. I wanted to do one last night when Josh was here, but I had golf league and I was in no condition. And then Josh didn't come in the day early like I thought he was going to because we were going to do one Tuesday with him. But our friend Josh Ruhlman, who works on the road with us, just got back from Thailand from all summer, raising his elephant boy. Your son.
My son, Josh. Yes, he's cool. I like that kid. I wish I would have been able to spend more time. When you came out and asked about Thai food, I was just wanted to go so bad, but I had so much of that I knew if I didn't get all of those quotes and all that information and everything done, then I was going to be screwed and I wouldn't be leaving in time to do this show.
And I'm sure that's the last thing Josh wanted to do is live in Thailand for 3 months and then come back to the U.S. and eat Thai food, like not real Thai
That's
food.
right. That's what he said. He said, "I'm out. I wouldn't want that." But he said that when we decided on our regular. The company feeds you, and it seemed like everybody at the table had a nice salad. We were all eating nice salads together.
And beef stroganoff.
I wouldn't eat that. That didn't look appetizing to me.
Oh,
Yeah.
it wasn't too bad.
You tried it? Yeah, I mean the noodles look good.
Yeah, I wish they would have had more pizza from the day before, but that pizza went quick.
I know you and me both, because I walked in one of the first 5 people, because Ryan always knows when it's lunchtime, and he goes, "Hey, Jerry!" He yells over to me. I walked in there thinking, "Oh, I could see a couple of those hunks of pizza. I'll even eat it cold. I don't care."
Yeah.
None, I say.
Well,
But once again, it was funny because this happens to me. I don't look at the lunch menu, and what was that? Yesterday was pizza, so the night before, I ordered a pizza.
Of course you did.
So I had pizza at night and then pizza for lunch the next day. Because whatever I choose to order, if I would have said, "Hey, let's get Chinese food," then there would have been like Chinese food in that room somehow.
Of course. Well, what the listeners don't realize is our company does treat us very well. 3 times a week we get a continental breakfast and they do lunch, and it's always
Continental.
And then they do lunch for us Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And Thursday's always salad bar and whatever leftovers are from the past couple days. But
It's not really continental. I wouldn't call it that. Like continental, I think of, hey, here's a bagel and some jelly.
Yeah.
There's eggs and biscuits and gravy, and sometimes there's waffles.
Yep.
By Whammo. And no, they do a good job, and there's nothing really to complain about. When I said I wouldn't want the beef stroganoff, I really wouldn't have liked it because of it was chock full of giant mushrooms.
Yep.
And mushrooms are one of the 2 vegetables I really don't like. Mushrooms and green peppers. I don't like those 2.
They were portobello mushrooms, Jerry. They weren't just regular mushrooms. They weren't button mushrooms. They weren't the little white mushrooms. They were
still mushrooms.
Yeah.
I have a phobia against mushrooms.
Maybe
because there's mush in the title. I don't know.
Nice.
Guess what?
The show's over.
The show is over, folks. Thank you for listening. Thank you for joining Davin and I in our inane discussion about nothingness.
Exactly. Jerry, have a great weekend. I'll catch you in the office on Tuesday, and Papa Wheelie.